welcome to another episode of the Culture Canon podcast. I'm Brandon.
I'm Marc.
You okay?
Tired.
Gotcha. Today we've got a whole lot to talk about.
Bro, we got so much, bro. You fucking... Go ahead, what's our first topic?
So we're going to talk about that Invincible season finale.
Shit, bro. Continue.
Fucking yikes. Yeah, so last week I predicted that Marc and his dad were going to have a fight.
Anyways.
Oh, no. Marc the character,
Okay.
not my
But yeah,
co-host. So the
I'll fight
episode
my
kicks
dad.
off and Marc and his dad are just start going at it. Marc's dad goes off about how Viltrumites are basically just Great Britain during most periods of time.
Yeah, they're pretty much trying to cleanse anybody that they deem as weak.
Yeah, so they're Superman. If all the Kryptonians in Superman's universe were colonizers, that's basically what the Viltrumites are.
Are they not?
No, not really.
Mm.
But so the Viltrumites basically are here to just take over Earth, and that is Omni-Man's only goal. And
Yeah.
he basically just diminishes his entire family system.
He calls his wife a pet.
He calls his wife a pet at one point, and that
Bro, how you be fucking a pet, though?
that's kind of weird. He he just basically just talks about how him and Marc are superior to everybody else on this planet, and just man. And
You're
then
raw dogging her, though.
and then he puts his son in the fucking works.
Alright.
There's a scene where he grabs his son by the head and puts him in front of a subway, and we just get it from Marc's perspective, and we just see nothing but like blood and just people tearing through people in this subway. So many dead.
Yeah.
So many dead. And then he leaves. We have this really like sweet flashback as he's beating the shit out of Marc. And he's just a bloody pulp.
His son is basically disabled. He can't speak.
Seriously,
he's hardly keeping up with his thoughts.
And then he has a flashback to a baseball game, and that's the one sympathetic scene, and then he just leaves.
Yeah.
And that's it.
He dips out. So many people are fucking dead. Everybody on the news is like freaking out.
And it's a mess.
It's like the blip from fucking
Marvel?
yeah, from Endgame.
Yeah.
Except we see them die. They're not coming back.
No, they are not coming back.
They don't come back.
They are fucking dead. Yeah, that was fucking brutal. Like this last episode definitely just in brutality takes the fucking cake.
Yeah, definitely. It's really fucked, and it's way beyond what we've seen in The Boys. Like, Omni-Man is way past fucking, what's his face? Homelander.
See, that's what I was gonna bring up.
No
dude.
contest.
Yeah, no, he's absolutely. Because a lot of people are saying like, who's worse, Omni-Man or Homelander? Omni-Man.
Omni-Man's pretty
like
fucked.
Homelander's weird. Don't get me wrong. I think there are certain aspects of like character where Omni-Man's just like, eh.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, like if Omni-Man met Homelander, he'd be like, I'm so much better than you, and he'd have like that like complex. But like, Omni-Man's kill count is up there. Like, because at the end of the day, Homelander's a coward. Let's be 100% honest here. Omni-Man is not. Omni-Man does not give a fuck.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely Omni-Man is a lot worse than Homelander.
Omni-Man killed kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he like didn't care about it. Like
That was
he
pretty.
was absolutely just not having it.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that was absolutely. I mean, so after Omni-Man leaves and beats the dog piss out of Marc,
Cecil slides in.
yeah,
Slides into the DMs of his wife.
Cecil is kind of like hitting on Debbie, and I'm just like, I don't.
Is
like
he
that.
hitting on her?
You know, I kind of see it. Once again, I haven't read the comics. I don't know what happens. I don't think anything happens there. Cecil's kind of gross.
He's not gross. He has one scar.
I just mean he's like a gross person.
Oh.
He's still like.
Is he a gross person?
He's just a real shady like government. No, not in the history of like pop culture.
That's
have
true.
those guys ever been like a good person? Do you know what I mean?
He did throw out a lot of just like random experiments that they had just caged up in their
And you
lab.
see that like their like whole government system is just experimenting on a lot of shit that
Yeah.
we just Like, we get a scene where he's literally bringing Immortal back to life. Like, he's stitching him back together. And they have an army of those, like, robot guys from a couple episodes back, too.
Yeah.
So, Cecil's definitely not in the clear here. He's still...
I kind of don't blame him, because, like, 3 of those things almost... They kind of fucked up Omni-Man.
They did. That's fair.
Having, like, even more of that shit... Like, come on, dude.
Yeah. I think Marc needs to do some push-ups or something.
He needs to, like, jerk off and relieve some stress.
Oh, my God.
What?
Yeah, maybe.
He needs to relieve some stress, bro.
But it gets lighter hearted as the episode goes on. We get to see how Marc dealt with after that. He was in the hospital for what, 2 weeks? He was passed out.
Yeah.
And
Amber takes him back. That
Amber...
shit's heart. That's what?
I hate that.
Why?
Guys, Amber's just like, oh, did your dad just beat the shit out of you near an inch of your life on national TV? Yeah, I'll take you back. It shouldn't take my dad almost fucking killing me in front of everyone to take me back.
Bro, come on, dude. She needs him to prove that he loves her. And that proved it.
All right. Yeah, okay.
I'm just saying, dude.
It was nice to see the new Guardians also, like, coming back together at the end. Like, they're, like, actually being a team now.
Yes.
And that's nice. There's a lot to go on moving into the second season. Well, it's already been renewed for a second and a third season.
Yeah.
So that's really promising. I'm very excited about that.
Yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait to see the new season and just see what more shit they could throw at us for, like, my eyes just fucking melt, dude.
Yeah, I know. I'm excited to see where season 2 goes. What do you think Omni-Man's gonna do?
He's
like, you haven't gotten that far in the comics either yet, have you?
No, I'm barely at the part where he fucked up the Guardians of the Globe. Let me also do a quick comparison. In the show, they have a full-on fight, Omni-Man and the Guardians of the Globe, before he tears them to pieces. In the comics, there's no fight. He just takes them all out in one hit. Immortal's the only one that could fucking say one word or, like, one sentence to him. It's like, I never liked you. And then his head gets torn off. Oh my God. And Omni-Man's like, I never liked you either. It's like, yo.
That's fucking terrifying. Yeah, Omni-Man's power level is insane.
But,
do you think Omni-Man could take Superman?
Shut up.
Do you think he could?
Yes.
What?
Superman's a bitch. He's a Boy Scout.
I don't know. I think it's close.
You probably believe Captain America could take him.
I don't think Captain America.
You ho.
I don't think Captain America could take Omni-Man. I'm not an idiot. I'm a Captain America fan, but I'm not an idiot.
As far as, like, what I predict he's gonna do, I feel like he already wussed out. Viltrumites are already, like, said to not back out of anything.
They don't like weakness. So
yeah.
I feel like if he went back to Viltrum, like, he's screwed. Like, he's gonna get killed. Like, yeah. I'm sure there's a stronger Viltrumite than Omni-Man somewhere.
So I feel like if he's not gonna side with the Viltrumites, he's definitely gonna side with Earth.
He just finds a planet.
Or maybe just the sun.
He just redoes what he did on Earth. He just finds a different planet and has another kid.
Could do that, yeah.
Oh my God. Maybe. We'll see.
You could fuck some alien bitches.
Also, the thing that he said about him, Marc, just like, apparently Viltrumite DNA is stronger than, like, any other DNA in the fucking galaxy.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck?
He pretty much says that even though Marc is half Viltrumite, because of their blood, he's already pure-blooded, no matter what. Just because he has any type of blood from
Viltrumite DNA is just that strong that it just overrides any other DNA. So he's just straight up. He's
not even a human anymore.
Yeah, he's just straight up a Viltrumite. Which is, I mean, I guess that's cool. So Marc is like, he has the potential to be as strong as Omni-Man one day.
Yeah.
But right now, that man needs to work on it.
Yeah.
He's not looking great. He's getting his ass kicked a lot this first season.
Yeah, it's definitely tough for him.
And the emotional trauma alone, I don't even want to get into that. But yeah, no, this episode, I'm excited to see what next season brings. It left on kind of a positive note.
Sort of. There's still a lot of loose ends that it does remind us that need to get taken care of.
Absolutely. Which
I'm sure will be addressed in the new season.
Absolutely. We need to bring back my favorite character, the Edgelord himself, Hellboy. I mean Damien Darkblood, not Hellboy.
Oh yeah, I wonder if he's gonna make a return.
Maybe. They exorcised him to hell. They were just like, yeah, sorry, we know that you're right. Like, that's so fucked up. It's like, we know that you're right about Omni-Man, but I can't have you get in the way. So they exercise this man back to hell.
Yeah.
That's so fucked.
He banished his bitch ass back to his home.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, so that is the Invincible episode. I'm so excited to see what else we can do. What else we get from this series.
I'm excited to read the comics and spoil everything for everybody. What's next on our list?
Next up, we're talking about the new Shang-Chi trailer that dropped.
Yo!
I really hope I'm saying that right.
Who the fuck is Shang-Chi? 'Cause I don't know him either in his comic book part or in the MCU.
Gotcha. Well, I got you. Well, he's not in the MCU yet.
I don't know who he is.
So Shang-Chi...
I don't even know what his superpower is. He just looks like some kung fu dude.
Essentially,
Oh,
basically.
that's superpower?
Yeah, no, that's kind of his superpower. Is that he's just really good at... Like, he's the best martial... Like, canonically, he is the best martial artist in the Marvel Universe.
That's stupid.
I said stupid. He's the best hand-to-hand combat in the Marvel Universe.
What is he gonna do against Luke Cage? A man who's bulletproof skin. How are your martial arts gonna affect that?
I didn't say that he could take on anybody in the Marvel Universe. I said he's the best martial artist.
What's he gonna do against a gun?
Dodge it. He's actually dodged bullets. Like, that's an actual thing that he's done.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Can he dodge his shotgun spray?
Maybe.
Fucking whatever.
Okay, so he also has master over his chi. So it's not just like regular martial arts. It's like
Crystals, yeah. I know all about chi.
not what chi is.
Energy, positive energy.
It's your inner energy, you jerk. Anyway, he was introduced in 1973. He was originally a villain of... I mean, he was the son of the villain Fu Manchu. Which is super racist. Why would they? That's such a culturally insensitive villain name. For an Asian villain, they named him Fu Manchu.
I mean, is Shang-Chi not racist either?
No, that's like an actual name.
I don't know.
Fu Manchu's like it's like a facial hair. Like, it's an actual...
What is he?
What is...
Ethnicity
Chinese.
wise? He's Chinese? Okay. Yeah, I don't know any Chinese names, so.
I mean, me neither.
Do you look Chinese?
Yeah.
No, you look black.
Thank you.
You fucking...
Yeah,
nice friend.
So that... oh my god. So yeah, that's Shang-Chi. In the MCU, it looks like they have changed a couple of things. So his dad in the MCU is actually like the Mandarin, who is actually a traditional Iron Man villain, like a big Iron Man villain, who has access over these 10 rings of power that basically give him a bunch of different powers from like galactic warriors.
Wait, so his dad's the one from Iron Man 3?
It's a different Mandarin. So it wasn't, it's not the actual, because the Mandarin that we were introduced to in Iron Man 3 was like they used the name to like stir up fear.
But the character was still in there, right?
No.
No, I thought
No.
the actual one was in there, but
So that's so the guy that we meet is I forgot his name, but it's Guy Pearce's character in that movie.
Shang Tsung. We'll just call him that.
Shang Tsung from
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, why not?
Cool, you're right. Insert Shang Tsung here. So he basically just used the Mandarin name to scare Tony Stark and everyone. And then there's an MCU like short one-shot thing where the Mandarin shows up, or like one of the Mandarin's agents actually shows up, and he's like, he wants his name back, essentially. That was planned like years ago, and we're just getting that back like in this movie.
Yeah.
So we're gonna get introduced to the Mandarin. It looks like there's a lot of really cool, like martial art, like movie stuff. So like if you're a fan of like classic kung fu movies, I think this movie's gonna have a lot for you.
Yeah, Jet Li.
Jet Li's not in this.
No, I'm saying classic movies.
Oh, like Jet Li. Oh, it's like, oh, okay.
The fuck?
I understand now. I'm sorry. But yeah, no, there's a whole lot. There's like a whole scene in the trailer that gives me like, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon vibes, and I think it's gonna be really good. I'm really excited. I think the MCU is taking risk, and that's what I like to see.
Yeah, when I saw the trailer, all the fighting scenes looked really intense and nice. I mean, it's MCU fighting scenes, so they always look pretty nice, anyways.
Yeah.
But it's cool to see a nice, fresh take on something that isn't American.
Yeah. No.
I
Yeah.
guess,
No.
yeah.
Because the MCU usually, I mean, they get pretty diverse. I mean, the most diverse they've gotten really is like
It's recently, yeah.
their locations have always been kind of diverse, but other than that, they like the main characters are always from
The U.S.
the U.S.
Yeah.
Unless it's Black Panther.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's
Yeah,
like the only
like
other
Black
one.
Panther's the only one that's like actually. So having a character that's outside of the U.S. again, it's nice to see that they're trying with diversity, and they should really keep that going moving forward.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's gonna benefit them a lot. Because that's a lot of people's big issue with the MCU is that it lacks diversity that it desperately needs.
Yeah.
And like these characters that are diverse, like the MCU's treatment of women hasn't been great. Like the way that like Black Widow just gets like sidelined a lot of the time. Like her story always gets sidelined.
Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel.
They made a shitty movie with her. They could have made it better.
They could have. They rushed the Captain Marvel movie as well. So they were just like, okay, we need her in this.
It was for Endgame, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's the only reason they rushed it.
Yeah, because that's the thing. They were listening to fans who were just like, we need like women representation, but they didn't want to do it right. So they just they rushed it.
Yeah, they just kind of threw out fucking Captain Marvel
And like the fact that we're getting a Black Widow movie after Black Widow's had like an entire arc in the MCU instead of putting it in the front with like the rest of, the Avengers.
Yeah, after she's fucking dead and like
Exactly.
her story doesn't matter
Right?
at this point.
Like it's just like it's frustrating. So it's nice to see that they're moving forward properly.
Yeah.
So absolutely. Switching gears, we actually got some set photos from the Flash movie that's coming out.
Yes, dude. Is it the same Flash from the Zack Snyder?
It is.
Oh my god, I'm not gonna watch this shit.
Do you not like his Flash?
I didn't like the Flash in the Justice League movie.
Yeah.
It was really fucking lame.
I'm not a huge fan of Ezra Miller's Flash. I understand like the interpretation.
But you're still gonna watch it, aren't you, pussy?
I'm still gonna watch it, absolutely. Especially if they're doing what I think they're doing, because there's been rumors that Michael Keaton's Batman is supposed to show up in the Flash movie, like Michael Keaton's Batman from like Tim Burton's run. And that's what was seen in the Flash set photos.
The mansion, right?
It's the mansion from Michael Keaton's Batman.
Okay.
So I'm just like, that sounds really cool to me. I love Michael Keaton. I think he's fantastic.
Okay, I could understand that because I only watched Civil War because Spider-Man was in it. That's really the only thing that pulled me into the MCU.
And now look at you.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the MCU. Biggest Marvel fan. The biggest you could ever see. Bro, I love all their movies. I love Captain America. That's about it.
That's all. That's it. Oh my gosh.
The only Avenger that matters, am I right?
Shut up, bro. Let me be a fan of Captain America without making it like a toxic thing. I love him.
Bootlicker.
I'm not a bootlicker, bro. Anyways,
You
we
be
got
sucking on that shit.
so that's what we got for some little bit of pop culture TV news. Anything else for us? The Castlevania trailer.
Yes, Castlevania. Probably one of my favorite Western animes, if not my
What is this,
favorite.
Season 4?
This is season 4.
Man.
First season had 4 episodes, and that's all they needed to just keep it going. They really impressed everybody else with the 4 episodes, and now we're on season 4. That trailer looks fucking crazy.
It looks really. We didn't.
Animation is like stepped up all the way.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Netflix is only focusing on that show.
Castlevania for a lot of their, because a lot of their animation for a lot of other stuff has just been like Blood of Zeus,
Yasuke.
Yasuke.
Got a
Oh,
really
man.
shitty rap for it.
Yeah, that was. Oh
The
man.
animation's bad, and they made it a mecha.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, I don't know what that was about. That was really because they didn't explain that going in. So if you guys don't know, Yasuke
Do the
is
trailers have any mechs in it?
no.
That's wild.
Yeah,
I don't
so-
know why they thought that was a good idea.
So Yasuke is like a real life samurai. He's like an escaped slave, I believe, who becomes a samurai in feudal Japan, and Netflix made an anime about it. And I think everybody going into it thought it was gonna be like an actual like historical piece, and no, it has like werewolves and like magic and like mech, and it was just and the animation's kind of off for a lot of it. So it's an interesting piece. If you want to go watch it, it's on Netflix. Definitely go check it out.
Don't watch it. Anyways,
Form your own opinion. Check it out.
back on Castlevania. What are your thoughts on the trailer?
I thought it looked fantastic. There's we just got it's nice because it was just a bunch of cool shots back to back, like of all the
Definitely.
characters that we've been introduced to already. And I'm excited. They hinted at Dracula coming back, and Dracula was he's so fucking cool in this show. And
I wonder who's gonna bring him back. That's my question. 'Cause
Yeah.
there's a lot of candidates.
there are, yeah, absolutely, because Isaac has been trying to get back to Dracula since Dracula.
I don't even know if he knows he's dead,
I don't remember if he does or not.
because he got teleported at the last minute, and
Yeah.
he's been traveling
Yeah,
for the longest time.
So yeah, the season 4 trailer is cool. We get a lot of really good animation, like some seriously phenomenal animation, and we get some really cool action scenes. Like, I'm really excited. Trevor and Cypher are still traveling together, and every time they do like an action scene together, it's just so cool. It's so dynamic.
I'm ready for Alucard to finally join the party.
Yeah,
Because that's kind of what I was missing in season 2, where they kind of separated. They diverged on their paths. Alucard's little subplot was interesting. It was fucking crazy though.
yeah, because oh yeah, that was crazy. I mean, because we got a bit to like see where Alucard's mindset is. 'Cause he's dealing with a lot of like childhood trauma too, from being the son of Dracula, and like having this, like, he was raised by his parents, but his like estrangement from his mom and dad, like, we see it very clearly.
Yeah.
And we're just like, oh man, you're fucked up, huh?
Yeah. And it's definitely made more noticeable when he befriends 2 humans that end up betraying him in the end.
Yeah.
And that kind of points towards where he's kind of leaning towards his father's side of on the fence of how humans act.
And he definitely needs like Cypher and Trevor. Like, like, he needs that friendship so bad.
Even Sypha in the last season, Sypha and Trevor see another fucking human that's just atrocious.
A piece of shit.
The fucking head village priest or whatever he is. He basically kills anybody he doesn't like.
Fucking creep.
Children included.
Yeah.
He steals their shoes or something. Does he keep their shoes? What the fuck does he keep in the closet? Do you remember that scene?
I don't remember
where
that
they discover his home? Because he tells them to go there.
I don't remember what it was, but he's super creep. Point is, he's super fucking.
Pretty sure he had a bunch of used shoes.
Probably. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. I remember that now.
Okay.
But yeah, no, super creepy. Yeah, this show is definitely just like, humans are pieces of shit. Like, a lot of the villains in the show are just absolute, like, the main villain of the show is the most redeemable villain that we've met.
Yeah.
Dracula's the most redeemable villain that we've met.
Definitely. I sympathize heavily with him.
Seriously. So yeah, no, I think we've got a whole lot to see in season 4. I'm really excited for it.
Yeah.
If you guys haven't seen Castlevania already, it is on Netflix. Do yourself a favor and go check it out. It is some wonderful Western-inspired anime.
Yes.
It's really good.
Who's your favorite character and why?
I have 2 favorite characters. So, Trevor, clearly, and Dracula. I miss him so much.
Why?
He was just too fucking cool. I like complex villains.
Yeah.
And he was the perfect complex villain. Because he tried to fit in with the humans.
He did, yeah.
And they just kept proving to him.
They burned his wife.
Seriously. They just kept proving to him that, oh yeah.
They're like, fuck you.
Oh, you want to
Burn
be
your hoe.
No, seriously, they're just like, oh, you want to be one of us? No, you're good. We're gonna burn your wife instead. And then he lost his shit, and they were just like, why are you doing this?
Bro, for what?
So yeah, no, if you guys haven't seen Castlevania, there are 3 seasons right now. Plenty to watch. It is beautifully animated. Story's great. Go check it out. It's on Netflix.
I think my favorite character is gonna be who's the dude that gets whipped by the vampire lady?
Hector.
I relate with him for a lot of reasons.
Oh my fucking god.
What's your favorite moment on the series?
Moment?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Like, what's something that's like, this is why I'm watching this?
I always go back to the Dracula fight scene in the first fucking season. That fight scene in that season with all 3 of them versus Dracula.
Yeah.
Fucking phenomenal.
That was pretty great.
It's so good. That's what had me like, I gotta watch every episode of this show. Like, I had to keep watching this show. It was so good.
Yeah.
So fucking good, man.
I think one of my favorite scenes is Isaac pretty much doing an assault on the lighthouse?
Yeah.
That was pretty sick to see all the demons he summoned going into war with whoever the fuck. Who was that guy? Some fat dude.
I don't remember.
I forget the reason why he even
Villain.
went after him.
I don't know, because it's based on a video game, so they try to fit in a lot of like video game plots. Because that wasn't that like a villain in the game.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't remember a lot of their names. I just remember like what the bosses
what
look
they
like.
look like. Yeah. It's like a floating mass of people that was just attacking
Yes.
Isaac, and it's like an actual
That's
villain
shit
from the video game.
That's the shit from Symphony of the Night.
Yeah.
It's called like a ball of people.
Ball of people.
Yeah, that's what they call it.
What a creative name for a villain.
Yeah, Konami was wild.
If you were a video game villain, what do you think your name would be?
My name would be Goblin Boy.
Goblin Boy.
Yeah, because of my physique. They give me a big pop belly, just skinny appendages. My thighs wouldn't be as thick. They'd have to shrink those down.
I think I'd be
Captain America.
I'd be Captain America.
Pussy.
I hate you so much. No, I think I'd be I don't know. Mega Nerd. That's my video game boss.
Mega bitch. That's what I call you.
Mega Mega Nerd. I throw my glasses as like a boomerang and they come back.
You're fucking boomerang, but instead you throw weak glasses that don't penetrate anything.
I'm just like a super buff nerd who throws my glasses. I flex and the reflection off my bicep blinds the protagonist for
Oh
a
my
second.
god.
There we go.
Yeah. Well, moving on. I like to I'm gonna take the helm. I'm gonna take the reins. I'm gonna ride this horse.
Go for
I'm gonna dive into this. So this is gonna be my last day on Earth. Anyways.
Oh my fucking god.
So after the boys show on Amazon, after that wrapped up with the 2 seasons, it was 2 seasons, right?
Yes.
After that wrapped up, I got curious about the comics, so I started reading a lot of the comics. I read like, I think I read like 4 of the big books, like the ones that compile a bunch of the comics together.
Yeah, like the volumes.
Yeah, the volumes, yes. I'm up to volume 4, I believe. And, oh boy, I really want to compare the show and the comics because they are so vastly different
All right.
in some interesting aspects.
Give us some top comparisons here.
So I guess one minor difference is Huey, the main character. In the comics, he's actually an Irishman.
Oh.
So a lot of the story like takes place more around the globe.
Okay.
Because this is during the boys being actually backed by
The government.
the government,
Okay.
yes. In a hush-hush way.
Okay.
So that Vought doesn't fucking crack down on them. So it takes place, they do a lot of missions like across the globe, basically. And Huey,
Can I interject real fast?
yeah, go ahead.
I think it's hilarious that Huey in the comic book looks exactly like Simon Pegg. And Simon Pegg plays his dad in the show.
Yeah.
It's one of the funniest, most meta things to me. And every time I see Simon Pegg in the show, I'm just like, that's funny.
Yeah. So we get Huey, who's this Irish, like little nerd, pretty much the same as in the TV show. He goes through the same thing. Fucking, he's with his girlfriend at
Also,
the park.
spoilers for the boys if you haven't seen it yet.
Ah, shit, yeah. There's gonna be spoilers for both the comic and the show. He's with his girlfriend at the park, and of course, A-Train's just fucking doing his thing. Runs right through him. Huey's still holding her arms.
Oh my gosh.
The paramedics have a hard time just prying the arms off of his hands.
So how often do you think that happens? Like I feel like, so realistically,
Okay.
If there were like speedsters that people could run super fast, do you think people would run through people often?
If,
Like actually, like,
because the thing with the Flash is that he could see like before, right?
the Flash's brain runs just as fast as he can run.
See, I don't think that happens with the speedsters in this
In the
fucking-
boys universe?
I feel like they have the normal brain, but they just have the superpowers.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So I feel like
depressing.
I feel like that would happen a lot, especially since like it happens more times than not, where they have a businessman just follow around where these superheroes go to like
A lawyer.
basically cover their asses if they do any casualties. So basically that's all the same. Huey loses his girlfriend to A-Train. which is played by a white guy in the comics.
Okay. Well, that's good for the show for adding diversity.
Yeah, the show added a lot of diversity. Some of it's still kind of the same. The boys, all the casting is like pretty much exactly as the comic book counterpart, minus Huey. He's the only one that changed. What's up?
Can I ask you a question?
What's up?
How do you feel about we're both minorities here.
Yeah.
How do you feel about whenever they do change a race or something for a different adaptation? How do you feel about that?
It depends. I mean, I don't really feel one way or another. If the story derives from a certain ethnicity,
Like the character's background.
yes.
Yeah.
If that's a huge focal point, like let's say if you had Milan, if you had Milan, the Disney cartoon, and you adapted it live action, and it was an American girl, that'd be pretty fucked because the whole story revolves around China and its war. So that's a weird thing.
It's just like a valley girl from like.
That'd be a weird thing to do.
Hey guys, I'm totally a dude.
Yeah,
And she has like blonde hair and blue eyes. It's just
like I don't.
her dragon's not even a dragon.
It's a fucking it's a small dog in her purse
It's like
or something.
A pigeon.
It's a fucking pigeon. Some New York dirty rat.
Oh my god.
If it's like that, that's kind of weird to me.
Yeah.
And that definitely probably turned me off from a movie. If it's something they have to change to make it more, I guess, relatable to the audience, because that definitely does matter.
Making it more diverse.
Yeah.
Like for example in The Boys or like the Flash TV show, like they changed Iris West, the entire West family, like they're African American. They're black.
Yeah.
So it's
But like changing Huey into an American, like for the show, that's not a big deal because like we don't have a lot of Irish people in America. So of course like
you got a good amount, but they're like Irish American.
well, yeah, they're not native Irish.
yeah,
That's what I'm
I know.
trying to
I
say.
understand what you mean. Yeah,
Like Huey's native Irish in the comics.
Yeah.
Like he has the accent and everything.
yeah.
I feel like people would not like Huey as much if
And
that
I
was the
understand
case.
because they were trying to get him to, because in the Boys show they're trying to get him to relate to the. Huey is the viewer. Huey is the person trying to look
And then
at this world.
they kept the same focal point. He's a scrawny, awkward
They got the point.
white guy.
They got the point across.
Like that's just what he is.
Sorry, I just thought I'd ask because a lot of the times I know people are just like, we shouldn't change races in TV shows. If stop messing with the source material. Like
well,
it's usually people of the paler skin tone that hail from the Caucasus Mountains. And their usual thing is like, what would happen if we made Black Panther white? And
Well,
it's just like
that defeats the point of Black Panther.
That's,
That's completely
and my
different.
thing is, how are you gonna be mad about something where your entire like? Okay, let's picture this, right? From the birth of media, everybody's black.
Yes.
Everybody, everyone. Gone with the Wind, black.
Yeah.
Casablanca, black. Everyone's black. And then one day, somebody redoes Casablanca, and they're just like, we're gonna make the main character white.
Yeah.
See what I mean?
Yeah. That.
Like that's how I feel. Like white people talk about it, and they're just kind of like, "That's so messed up." Like, when do we get our representation? People are just
all of Hollywood.
People are just looking around like, "Are you joking?"
Yeah.
The people who have led the beauty standards for over like hundreds of years are complaining, who have literally had themselves depicted in almost every form of any kind of media dating back like centuries.
They pretty much have capital on just about anything in the globe at this
On
point.
anything, yeah. So I just think it's funny when people are just like it's like when Donald Glover does his in the weirdo comedy sketch. He's just like, what's next? Are we gonna make Shaft white? And he's like, yeah, played by Michael Cera. That's fucking hilarious. So, sorry, I just want to get your opinion on that real fast.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Go ahead.
It's definitely case by case basis. There's no
Case by case.
black and white answer. Funny enough.
Because whitewashing in Hollywood is a problem.
Yeah, it happens.
It's a major issue. It happens.
I'm not gonna deny that.
No, absolutely. Ghost in the Shell is a pretty man.
Hey, but at least they made it a good movie.
I never saw it.
That's the thing. There's a lot of positive reviews. I've never seen it. I don't really give a shit. That's the thing. If you can make a good movie out of it, I'm gonna be okay with it. Because people.
I understand.
Pineapple Express.
Pineapple Express.
Robert Downey Jr.
Not Pineapple Express. Tropic Thunder. What you thinking? I was say Pineapple Express. What?
That's the Seth Rogen
See,
movie.
my thing about the Pineapple Express movie is it's made to be a parody. It's very clear that they're making fun of Hollywood for whitewashing characters.
Thunder. Tropic Thunder.
Yeah.
Not Pineapple Express.
Not Pineapple Express. Tropic Thunder.
Yes.
Absolutely. Yeah. Sorry, continue with the comparisons. I just wanted to get that opinion from you real fast.
Yeah. So that's a comparison on Huey. So Starlight gets it pretty rough in the comics, much worse. And there's also a lot more superhero groups outside of the Seven.
Yeah.
That's another main thing.
Yeah. They're actually making a TV show based off of one of those groups.
Really?
Do you know that?
No.
They're doing a spin-off series that's like in the works or whatever. We don't know if it's actually going to happen.
Yeah.
But it's based off of the college like superhero team that they have.
Oh,
And I'm like, that sounds super like a fucked up version of the X-Men.
Yeah.
That are like these college students with superpowers. I'm like, that sounds fun.
Yeah. But Starlight hails actually from a Christian youth group superhero squad.
Really? And they talk about that in the show.
Is that in the show?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because the guy that she meets in the most recent season, the guy who can like regrow his arms and stuff, that's how they met originally.
He grows an arm. Shit. Yeah, that one freak.
Yeah, that's how they met originally. Is they were in the same Christian youth group.
Yeah.
Superhero group. Capes for Christ.
Capes for Christ. That's
Capes for
exactly their
Christ.
name. Yeah. She's also with one of the members from Capes for Christ in the comic. A guy named Drummer Boy. That's a superhero name. I forget what the fuck he does. I think he like
Vibrations or something.
not even that. He does something stupid that no one cares about. But after that whole ordeal that she has with the Seven, she decides to go back home. She tries to rekindle her past with Drummer Boy, and she fucking catches him balls deep in one of the other members.
Oh my god.
When she tries to visit. It's really fucking bad.
I'm honestly happy that
They toned down everything.
toned down
It definitely would have been in poor taste if they got down to the nitty gritty.
Yeah, because my thing is the comic's like really good. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
The comic's great. A lot of the stuff in it's in poor taste.
It is.
I read volume 1.
You read volume
I was
1,
just
yeah.
Like, holy shit, this is rough.
Yeah.
Like I was like, this is tough to. Kind of like the way that a lot of. It was just poor taste.
Yeah, definitely. Past that, what's another difference? I know there's way more superheroes past like just what Vought controls. There's like different superheroes around the world. It's not just confined to America.
Yeah.
All countries have superheroes of some sort.
Okay.
Which I guess is kind of hinted in the show. They're like they pose them as terrorists for the most part.
Yeah. Yeah,
but
that's the thing. In the show, they very much streamline. They really want. They want to make sure it's clear to us that Vought is the villain.
Yeah.
They want to make it clear to us that this like big like corporation is the villain.
Yeah.
So Vought is responsible for every superhero ever.
Yeah. And Vought is definitely the villain in this one, but there's still other.
There's like other aspects, which is good because in a comic book you can grow that world a little bit better than you can in a TV show. You can show a lot more things without diverting from. Like you have back issues that can divert from the main plot of the comic.
Yeah.
Without.
Yeah. You got a lot of characters. You got fucking Love Sausage. I know he was like cameoed in the show. But in the comics, he actually helps out the boys in a certain mission to assassinate a younger superhero. And his superpower isn't having this crazy fucking dick in this one. He just happens to have a large dick.
Oh my gosh. Yeah,
His super strength is just super strength.
Yeah.
That's all he is. And he wears this tight spandex costume where his dick is like down to his shin.
Oh my
He
gosh.
drinks. Fuck, what does he drink? He drinks like straight. It's not even alcohol at this point. It's like fucking
Straight like jet
it's
fuel.
like pipe cleaner or something.
God.
It's something really powerful, and he tricks Huey into drinking it. And the funny thing is that after they drink it, the rest of the squad gets poisoned from some food that they ordered, except for those two, because whatever they drank just killed whatever entered their system.
Oh my fucking god.
It's pretty fucking funny. It's like supposed to be a vodka, but the alcohol percentage is so fucking high it just disintegrates anything.
Jesus Christ.
What's something else? Billy Butcher. He's even fucking crazier.
Butcher.
He's crazier in the comics than ever before. There's what's her name? Raynor? Is her name Raynor? The CIA lady in the show. So they pretty much hate each other in the show, and the comics is no different, except that they hate fuck a lot. Like Billy pounds that ass so many times. It's kind of funny because they both have this disgust for each other, but they're just like purely into the hate fuck.
We love a good toxic relationship.
It's really kind of hilarious. Their relationship in that. Billy's also more relentless when it comes to in the comics he refers to spanking superheroes, spanking soups.
Yeah.
There is one part in the comic where he kidnaps. No, he doesn't kidnap them, but he rigs a place filled with soups, hundreds of them, that Vought's hiding out. He pretty much, so they all have basically the thing from Suicide Squad where they have a little chip in their head that could insta kill them on detonation.
Instant kill.
Yeah. So Billy Butcher, on top of learning, he finds out something like he can't use them as a bargaining chip for trying to figure out where Homelander or something. All the topics on the comics are like fuzzy to me because I haven't read it in a bit.
No, you're good.
But he basically gets super pissed because of a botched job, and as a way to release that hatred, he goes up straight to the supervillain hideout. He goes right in front of them, and he detonates a bomb that kills them all right in front of him. He's covered in blood and everything. He's definitely a psychopath in this one. And I think he's also injected with they have these super pills that they take, basically like the Injustice pills,
like the Compound V stuff.
Kind of.
From the show?
It's a temporary form.
Okay.
It's like the Injustice pills where it gives them temporary strength so that they don't fucking die getting hit by soups.
Yeah.
And Huey takes it, and unfortunately his first time, like when they try to spank, because they're trying to put heroes in their place.
Spank just means kill, right?
It doesn't always. Sometimes it's just like
fucking them up,
to brutalize them, to put them in their place if they're like acting up.
Gotcha.
But Huey doesn't understand how the pills work, and he accidentally kills a superhero with one punch because of how hard he hits. And Billy Butcher's like, fuck. Well, nothing we can do about this.
Yeah. The show's very good. If you guys haven't seen The Boys, it's on Amazon Prime. Go check it out.
Yeah.
If you're really into like
the comics,
darker superhero stories, where the superheroes aren't really the good guys.
There are no good guys.
There are no good guys
in the comic.
So definitely check it out. It gets a deeper look into the whole deconstruction of superheroes.
Yeah.
Definitely check it out.
Yeah, it also gives you a lot of details on just like how superheroes mesh with just regular humans, and it's not so pretty. I'm not gonna lie. A lot of it's kind of fucking disgusting.
Probably.
But I mean, it just keeps you reading, I guess. I don't know.
Fantastic.
Yeah. All right. You got anything else you want to bring up?
No, I know that you had something that you wanted to finish up with tonight.
I'm so fucking excited.
We've got a special segment today that will probably become a permanent segment. We got Marc's Music Corner.
Every other week, probably.
Every other week.
know.
Perfect.
Okay, so if any
We gotta
of
make
you,
a jingle for that.
definitely.
Marc's
if any of you,
Corner. Take it away.
if any of you are like me, grew up socially anxious, all you had to listen to was fucking Asking Alexandria, Bless the Fall, typical emo shit. You never really got to listen to real music. If any of you are like my co-host here, where all he listens to is top 40 billboards and Radio Disney, you never got to listen to a lot of obscure music that could be nice as well. So I kind of just want to
I just want to add their top 40 for a reason.
Imagine Dragons, are they top 40?
They have
Then why do you listen to?
All right.
Anyways, so I kind of just want to name some songs, and why I like them, at least every other week, just to kind of put out either something that everybody's been listening to, or maybe you haven't been listening to this, and I'm trying to pick some songs that are very different from each other, because it's always in your diversity and your.
And everybody's always looking for new songs.
Yeah. Real easy one. I know you like this song because, once again, top 40 loser over here. Leave the Door Open by Bruno Mars, Silk Sonic. Is Silk Sonic the band with Bruno Mars?
Silk Sonic is their, like, I think it's just Anderson .Paak and Bruno Mars together. And they're calling themselves Silk Sonic.
So they call themselves Silk Sonic.
Which is so smooth. Like, what, like a 70s, like, vibe. I'm just like, all right, that's what's up.
So this is pretty much, if you know Bruno Mars, you know this is a love song, of course. Mm-hmm. It's got a lot of 70s vibe, R&B.
Yeah. If you enjoyed Versace on the Floor, you would more than likely enjoy this song.
Don't know that song. May have to look that up.
It's another Bruno Mars song. It's kind of got the same, like, old-timey vibe.
Yeah.
It's definitely a love song.
But yeah, it's got probably my favorite part is the drums that comes in right before the chorus. It's just so fucking smooth. The drum roll from what's his name?
Anderson .Paak.
Anderson .Paak. He does a great job, both in singing and playing the drums.
I think he's on. Is he on the drums?
If he's the other one singing, yes.
Oh.
I saw the video and I know the drummer was singing as well.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah. Bass line is beautiful. It's just a very funky and romantic love song. I don't want to say romantic. It's very sexual. Well, what do you think?
My thing is, I think the song is real. I don't know. It's got a good combination of.
It's very sexy. I will say that.
It's a sexy song. I don't think it's necessarily sexual, but it is sexy.
Yes.
You know,
it's a classy thing.
Like, some things don't have to be like sexual for them to be sexy.
Yes.
And this is one of them. The song definitely achieves that tone.
Yeah.
Of being like, hey.
Yeah.
It's real classy, like, hey you up text, you know?
Yes.
If you could ever make those classy. But it's just like, hey, I'm here, you're there, I'm looking good, I'm feeling good, come over.
Yeah. And for me, not really being a Bruno Mars fan or really a fan of R&B, just in general, I haven't really found too many songs that I do thoroughly enjoy. This is a great recommendation, and it's on the radio all the time, and I always enjoy listening to it. It's not a fucking song where I hear it on the radio and I'm like, should I shoot myself? This one's actually really good.
Not one of the songs on the radio. They're just like, I should crash my car.
Yeah. But yeah. Smooth song. If you are into love songs, this is definitely something you should listen to. And then I got another love song, kind of. This band that I've recently
discovered. Another love song, Mark? You feeling
Love songs are my weakness. I gotta say that. Like, 90% of the time, if I go out of my comfort zone with music, it's a love song. It has to be. I don't know why. They got something on me.
Ladies, wife them up. That's so cute.
Or guys.
You could be like me.
Huh?
You could be like me and like be as happy as you're like ever gonna be in your entire life, and then listen to sad songs for fun. Like,
yeah.
just because you can.
Yeah.
Like that's literally my entire, like, half of my like playlist on Spotify, sad songs.
Oh, that's most of my Spotify.
I just think they sound good. I think there's something about an artist feeling, because with love songs too, there's something about an artist feeling like such strong emotions.
Yeah.
And you can hear it. Like, you can hear it in their voices. And it's nice.
No, yeah. It definitely is the best to get the best of both worlds. Because contrast is always nice, especially when it comes to artistic form. But anyways, this band I recently found, Coletta. They have a track called Butterflies, and ooh, it puts butterflies in my balls, dude. This shit's so fucking smooth. They're basically they're kind of a rock band. They describe themselves as psychedelic, which I don't really agree with.
Nice.
Based on their sound. Really, the only thing psychedelic is that they put a lot of effect pedals on their guitars and their synths to make it sound very wavy, which isn't a bad thing. I just don't think it's psychedelic because they hit a lot of like regular chords,
Okay.
basic chords, and basic scales. There's nothing too crazy about it outside of the sound of the instruments. The guitars are very, I don't know how to describe the guitars. They're very blocky. They're very electric. I don't even know if they are guitars, but the way that they play them, it sounds like they just ran it through a lot of effects to make it sound very electronic.
Gotcha.
Um,
How does this song make you feel?
the song makes me feel great. It starts off with this nice rising synth, scale that goes up and then down with a quote. It has a recorded quote from Adam Watts, which is I think he's a philosopher. I don't really know him that much, but I've heard him be quoted on a bunch of songs that I like. The singer for it reminds me a lot of like, if you like Dance Gavin Dance, Royal Coda, Secret Band. He has that very jazzy, smooth singing voice. It's not like a lot of the post-hardcore singers where you can hear that self-trained and they just kind of hit high pitches, but there's no really like texture to the voice.
Yeah.
You could obviously tell he's kind of a trained singer, especially because he hits a lot of falsetto notes, which is, I don't know if you know, but it's singing like really high, like kind of like Bruno Mars does when he hits the really high pitched but soft notes. And the drumming on it is so fucking, it's so catchy. It has this very nice rhythm where it kind of goes hard, but it's very soft and gentle at the same time.
Perfect. Just like me.
Yeah. It's got a lot of, it does a lot of things with the guitar, where what effect? It uses a wah effect. So kind of the thing, like, have you ever heard a 70s song? You've heard like the guitar, like how it kind of wahs, the sound like kind of goes up and down, if you know what I'm talking about. But they also pan it from left to right, so you're hearing it's shifting from one headphone to the other if you're listening on headphones or just stereo in general.
Yeah.
Makes it really nice. It fills up a lot of the emptiness, which it doesn't really have, because there's just a bunch of sounds just going off at once, and it's really relaxing. And lyrics wise, typical love song. Let me pull up some of the lyrics, just so you could get kind of a feel for it.
And I know you're talking about like contrast between music tastes earlier, so I do have a question for you.
What's up?
What do you think your favorite love song is, and what do you think your favorite sad song is?
We'll get to that a bit later, because I do have some contrast in this list I made. Because like I said, I want to keep it different.
Perfect. As you would expect, my well, I guess my favorite love song is definitely John Denver, Annie's song. Fucking fantastic.
Never heard it.
It's so good.
Yeah.
It's a classic song. It's just beautiful vocals,
Yeah.
simple lyrics.
So looking at the lyrics for this song is like it's very melancholy, mixed with love, because it's very much about dependence on, I guess, a girl.
Yikes.
Like one of the lines, "Baby, won't you come save my soul? I don't want to waste no time alone. Even when you know I'm in control, I don't want to keep my life on hold." It's very much that type of song, like at least like kind of. It's very much kind of like, come, like, at least waste my time, because I don't even care anymore. That type of song,
Man, yeah.
where you're just kind of desperate for like some attention
I feel like everybody's got that person
from
too.
a partner. Yeah,
Everybody's got that person.
yeah. It's
know.
it's a very relatable song.
So they're just like, if you decide to come fuck up my life, it'd be fun.
Yeah, essentially that's how it's like, and that's how a lot of their songs are kind of like. It leans between very lovey-dovey and melancholy, which is why I really like them. It's a very nice mix. It's not, I don't want to say original because I've seen that happen a lot.
Yeah.
But the sound that they have behind it is definitely great. Sometimes I know on their first album, it has more of a post-hardcore genre sound to it. There's a lot, you can hear the guitar more distorted. Drums are way heavier on their first album. They have somebody that screams in it. I don't know if it's the same vocalist or if they had somebody else during that time. But I know in their second album, which Butterflies is on, it's a lot more mellowed out. And they lean more into, I guess, the psychedelic with what they're trying to go for type of vibe. But yeah, super wavy, super fun to listen to.
Melancholy love song.
Yeah.
Love ourselves a good melancholy love song.
Let's see, what's the other one? Okay, on the opposite side of the spectrum,
Oh boy.
pretty sad song.
All right.
We got another band I've recently got into, Dropout Kings. Really, really interesting band. They're hardcore. They mix hardcore elements with rapping.
Okay.
Which is really nice. But the song I chose is on a lower side of the spectrum. It's called Devil's Playground. It's Dropout Kings and a singer named Eliza Grace, which I've never heard of until this song. And their normal instrumentals. There's no guitar. There's no drums on it.
Okay.
It's not a hardcore song.
So they basically just drop the hardcore stuff and just
Yes, it's
go
more.
for it.
It's a soft. It's a soft beat. It's a soft beat. The what I'm assuming is the frontman of the band, the rapper. He sings. He's auto-tuned clearly, which isn't a bad thing. But I mean that's what he is. He's auto-tuned to sing. It's a very mellow song. It's about being addicted. Well, I don't want to. Let me pull up the lyrics before I start talking out my ass. I know most of the song is about anxiety and being suicidal.
I love how we just went from like love and just smoothness to just like. Anyway, here's a song about anxiety.
Yes. So basically, from what I'm reading from the lyrics, it's about pretty much popping pills. Same thing a lot of people with anxiety do is abuse any drugs that they're given. He shows I don't want to blow my stupid fucking brains out. It's one of the lines. Basically suicidal, but still like teetering on the edge of not wanting to go that route. No, that's pretty much the gist of the song. Is trying to stay off that edge, but like it's something.
You're on the edge though. Like
It's something that stays on his mindset, which is an unfortunate truth to depression is that it always sticks with you, regardless of where you at in life. It's just a constant battle, which is something you're just gonna have to face daily.
a song about being on the edge.
Essentially, yeah, but it's on par with essentially an XXX Tentacion. Yeah, that's how you say it, right?
Yes.
Tentacion song, one of his slower songs. For reference, soft beat, auto-tune singing about this type of stuff. And Eliza Grace comes in, beautiful voice, just absolutely beautiful. I can't tell if she's auto-tuned or not, because it sounds a lot more coming from her, because you can kind of tell when somebody's heavily relying on auto-tune, because sometimes they won't match the pitch when they're recording. So you can tell when it changes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
With her, it feels like she's matching the notes, whether she's auto-tuned or not. So it's very nice to hear on this track. And yeah, it's just a very sad song about depression, suicidal tendencies, and trying to fight that. Which is relatable to still a good chunk of people, especially nowadays. But yeah, it's just a very, very somber song. And it's very different from what they usually make.
Okay.
Because what they usually make is angry shit.
Yeah. I mean, it's nice when an artist diverts from what they usually do.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
They do something new. I
I
know
think-
a lot of sad songs hit.
yeah.
They really do. And like I feel like it's an artist at like one of their most raw states.
Yes.
Like one of my favorite sad songs from Post Malone, "Stay" by Post
Yes.
Malone.
Great song.
Fucking fantastic. It's got that nice like mellow like on a beach like guitar, and then he's just like singing his heart out.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
Well, moving on from that, I got another song. This one's not quite as sad. There's more ego to it, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
From the artists. So it's by Child featuring Mickey Darling. I think that's his name. Yes, Child featuring Mickey Darling. It's more. This is a pop song, kind of. A lot of like wavy synths are used in this. Dude goes crazy with the fucking keyboard. It's kind of
sick like keyboard solo.
yeah, well, kind of. I know the intro has a nice riff with the keyboard. That's very nice. It's a very narrow type sound. But this is a pop song, and it's pretty much lyrics wise, it's talking about like, you know, talking about a girl, I guess. You're basically saying you're not over me. Like,
Gotcha. Oh, okay.
kind of fuck you. You're not over me.
Gotcha. So it's one of those. It's like a instead of being sad, it's like a hey, fuck you. I know you like me.
Yeah, there's a lot more ego to it. I know towards the end of the lyrics, it's kind of like, you know, you kind of fucked me up when you left me, type of vibe. But
We've all been there.
yeah, it's more lighthearted than anything.
Okay.
It's not anything like to cry about.
So it's like a light at the end of the tunnel sort of thing.
Yeah,
Cool. So they're like getting at the end.
it's
of this-
basically like I'm famous. Fuck you.
All right.
It's one of those types of songs.
Honestly, sometimes you need those songs. You need those
yeah.
songs to like hype you up.
And that's exactly why I like listening to it, because there's a lot of ego in it. And
Yeah.
I don't listen to a lot of songs where there's a lot of ego or confidence in it.
Yeah.
So it's definitely nice to hear that for a change of pace. There's not much to say on terms of instrumentals. Very poppy, synths, kind of.
And we love breakup songs like that.
Yeah.
Like that's why I Don't Fuck With You is such like a like an anthem.
Yeah.
Like people are just like, oh shit, here we go.
Yeah. Instrumentals, hard kick bass, nice sounding snare, keyboards going wild basically, with the synth sound. Child, he kind of his singing is okay to me. It's very I don't want to say scuffed, but like the effect he has on it, it kind of sounds like if he was singing through a toilet paper roll, you know,
Okay.
that type of like muffled sound. He puts some type of effect on that, which I don't know if that's a artistic reason or whatever. But I kind of would have preferred it. I'm kind of curious to see what his normal voice sounds like if he was to sing.
Gotcha.
Mickey Darling, fantastic voice. He sings very gleefully.
Okay.
I guess. He sings in a way that kind of makes you want to move, like dance.
Okay. We
It's,
love.
it's nothing too crazy. He's not hitting multiple notes in like one fucking
But
word.
you can tell that he's enjoying it.
Yes. He's definitely having fun with it. His type of sound kind of is more niche. Well, I don't. Niche is a bad word for it. It kind of reminds me of niche artists in a way, like King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizards.
Okay.
Something like that. Not exactly like that. That's a bad comparison because he sounds nothing like them.
I don't know, but that's a fantastic name.
But but kind of like you wouldn't normally hear this in hear his voice in radio.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's kind of like more niche pop.
One of those like low key sounds, as opposed.
Yes.
Okay.
And I've actually listened to a few songs like from him only. He does write sad songs, so he kind of has that tone of voice to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's not much to say. It's a fantastic pop song. It's good to get your ego going. Last one for the night. This is pretty fucking sad.
Okay.
One of my favorite
Love
artists.
to fucking see it.
Yeah, one of my favorite artists of all time. He's more in the SoundCloud scene than anything, because he is an indie artist. Baron is his name. A lot of his songs are Midwestern emo mixed with trap beats, similar in the same style. Lil Peep.
Midwestern emo mixed with trap beats.
Have you ever heard Midwestern emo?
Not really, no.
American Football. Have you ever heard that band?
No.
Okay, I'll show you some songs after.
Describe it to me the best you can. Like it's
Midwestern emo is basically like emo music for people that live in like Nebraska or some shit. Basically, white people emo is the best way to describe it. There's a lot more.
Emo is white people emo, but continue.
Trust me, there's a rabbit hole on a lot of these bands I've dived into. But Midwestern emo is basically like clean guitars. If there is distortion, it's very little of it. Very technical rhythm when it comes to the drums or the notes of the guitar. The singer usually has a younger tone of voice, very very much whiny when they sing.
Okay.
Kind of. Sometimes they'll be like yelling, like if you ever heard. Well, you're never gonna fucking top 40 billboards. Like I said, you're never gonna know these bands.
I'm sorry.
Kind of like Law Dispute, but not as heavy, I guess.
Okay.
When it comes to the vocals, but Baron, he's very good at what he does. A lot of trap beats and Midwestern emo sound mixed together, and he sings over them. He does a lot of work with Killed Myself, Nobody. Yeah, these are some of the producers that make this type of like beats.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Killed Myself and Nobody.
Probably very sad people.
I mean, I guess, man.
But he's good at what he does. He has a great voice for it, at least for the genre. Like I said, very whiny singing, but he has a lot of texture to it because he screams, but there's melody to it. It's really hard to describe unless you hear it yourself if you don't listen to that type of music, because there's definitely a lot of that, especially when it comes to post-hardcore, hardcore, even just metal, like with Architects and all that. But he has a great voice for it. The song I chose is on the opposite side of the spectrum. It's called I've Seen Love Die.
Wow.
Yeah.
What a straight to the point title.
It's one of my favorite songs of all time, mainly in part to the beat and in part with the singing.
All right.
So
I've Seen Love Die is the name of the song.
yes.
Holy shit.
So his singing, he uses more autotune nowadays, which with his newer music, I'm not feeling it that much. I really liked his natural voice in it because if he did put autotune, it wasn't as noticeable.
Okay.
But now it kind of dampens like his range in a way. But in I've Seen Love Die, the autotune is nice. It helps his voice a lot. He doesn't really scream or yell in this song outside of background vocals that are kind of like echoing in the background. They echo what he's singing. Um, this song is more kind of like Lil Peep, where it's rapping but singing. You know what I mean? Like they're obviously mainly him rapping, but it's done in pitch.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Um, let me look up some of the lyrics. The instrumental for it is so fucking good. It's so mesmerizing to me. Um, I know one of the background noises. It sounds like rain, and like it's kind of filmy and grainy. If you could picture that sound, you can hear like a lot of warm, like static sounds. Um, the the synth is very airy in its sound, which throughout the whole song it's very it's like it's airy. It's very uplift. I don't want to say uplifting. That's a bad that's a bad word
I've
for
watched
it.
Love Die.
Yeah.
The uplifting song of ever.
The sound of it is very spacey. That's a better word for it. The bass is very like in your face. The bass is very spread out, so like it vibrates your ears pretty intensely. His lyrics are very. It's suicidal. I'm not gonna.
Okay.
I'm not gonna fucking. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. They're pretty sad. It's very the way he sings it is very like kind of like he's down in the dumps. Like it's low energy.
Just having a good old no good, very bad day.
Yeah, it's low energy. So pretty much his lyrics, the way he sings about it, he's pretty much singing to himself.
Okay.
The message is to him, like, never been the one to get any work done on time. That's why you'll never have a respectable work ethic.
Oh my god.
Check this, irresponsible habits have wrecked it. Every chance you get to succeed, you neglect it. Put shit off for another day, you got none left. Do you have a word to say? One of my favorite lines,
I want to give this guy a hug.
yeah, he's doing a lot better, which I like seeing.
Okay, that's good.
Because musically wise, he's growing more of an ego,
Okay.
which he definitely needs it.
I think the best sad songs come from pain, dude.
Yeah,
And when you know it's real good, because you can hear that fucking pain in their voice. Dean Lewis has a couple of songs that are super sad. He has a song called Half a Man, and it's fucking depressing.
yeah,
He's just like, one of the lyrics is, how am I supposed to love you when I don't know who I am? And how can I give you all of me if I'm only half a man? And I was like, oh my god.
yeah. So one of the lyrics I really like because it resonates with me is there's a million other things I could be doing with my time than sitting here wondering when I'm gonna get mine. I want to be alone for the rest of this shit they call life, working for a price. Back and forth I go with giving up this fight. Really, just down in the dump stuff, basically.
The lowest of dumps, yes, it sounds like.
And this is a theme in a lot of his songs. A lot of his older songs, I guess, because newer ones are kind of.
What was his name again?
His name's Baron.
Baron?
Yes.
Baron, if you by any chance listen to this ever, I'm
Yeah,
happy to
me.
hear that you're doing better.
Yeah, definitely. I didn't mean that to sound insincere.
No,
I do mean it. I'm just like running.
I mean every
Running a bunch of
every word of
thoughts.
that.
It's got this. I don't know, man. It's really fucking sad and it resonates with me, especially with how spacey it is. I really like when sad songs like have a very somber approach to them because it just amplifies like the emotions that are truly being felt
Yeah.
by the artist, and it's very relatable in that way.
Do you need a hug, Mark?
At this, not right now.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine.
I would say that's what it sounded like. I'm fine.
Yeah.
A single tear sheds down your cheek. I'm fine.
Yeah.
Stop saying you're fine when you're not.
Oh, that's also a theme that he has in some of his songs, basically lying about
Being
how you're
okay.
feeling. Yeah.
We all do that at one point or another. We
Yeah.
shouldn't, but we do.
He's very relatable when it comes to like a lot of the sad aspects in life, and that's why I really enjoy listening to him. And he also has a very unique voice when it comes to um, the kind of SoundCloud sad rappers, you know, because a lot of them just use autotune and like that's it. And but because his natural voice like is so unique, because it matches with like I said, the Midwestern emo type sound. He stands out a lot from the crowd.
Okay.
As opposed to just blending in like another, Lil Peep wannabe, fucking XXX wannabe.
Yeah.
Um,
And that's the big part about making it as like a musician is standing. You do your own thing, but you stand out.
yes. And the unfortunate thing is that his newer songs, kind of
He's fallen into.
to me, he's kind of fallen under that. Okay, now you're just another SoundCloud
Yeah.
auto-tune
Which
rapper.
which is like an issue with artists is eventually it happens. Like it happens more often than not.
But the weird thing to me is that like it seems like he likes doing that, so I still support him like with going with the route he chose.
Yeah.
'Cause I don't want to be that fucking bitch where it's like I don't like your music now. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Go back to your old sound. Like no, dude, like do whatever creatively makes you happy.
Exactly.
Maybe in the future because I have done where I've done double takes where maybe I can vibe with this.
Yeah.
But for now, that's not the case. But yeah, I've seen Love Die. One of my favorite songs from him. One of my favorite songs in general. Very somber, very sad. If you don't like yourself, probably don't listen to it just yet. Maybe
Take your time, please.
Yeah.
Brace yourself for some of these sad songs.
Yeah. I'm gonna show you a lot of these songs so you can understand what I'm saying.
Perfect. No,
Yeah.
absolutely. I look forward to it. We'll definitely have to make a Spotify playlist and throw these on there.
Yeah.
And yeah,
I'll probably have you listen to them beforehand.
cool.
Yeah.
Works for me.
Alright, but that's all I got with Marc's Music Corner. I'm out here just trying to give you the latest on the top 40 billboards of my Spotify.
That's perfect. And I think that's where we're going to cut the episode for tonight.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for listening. And we will try to have that Spotify playlist up soon. If you guys do want to go check out some of these songs, we will definitely more than likely be doing this weekly for these new songs.
Every other week, maybe.
Every other week. Gotcha.
I'm going to try to find new songs each week, but we'll see.
All right. Perfect. Thank you guys for listening and have a good night.
Bye.